Hi guys, this is Eloy, a student of Springboard. Today we are going to talk about behavioral interview. We are going to try to answer three common questions that the interviewers ask you when you are in a professional interview. In this case, we are going to imagine that this interview is for a UX UI position in Temenos company, an important financial and technological company around the world. Are you ready to know a little bit more about this kind of interview? Okay, let's go. Okay, this is the first question. Probably the recruiter is going to ask you, why do you want to be a UX designer at Temenos? I want to be clear. In this case, I'm going to answer the questions from my real professional experience. So I'm going to answer that questions with real examples. So let's go to answer the first question. Follow me. At the beginning of my professional career, I had two jobs as a graphic designer, creating printed material. I felt that I need something different, so I decided to look for a new job. And that was when I got a job in Salinas Group, where I started working as a web designer and learned new graphic concepts. Soon, Salinas Group bought a financial company in the United States called Advance America. The company asked who wanted to go to South Carolina to work for this new company. I raised my hand, and then that was when the door to the UX UI design world opened for me. We defined the system's requirements through meetings with product owners, business analysts, development leaders, etc. I started working with user flows, sketches, and high definition mockups. Due to the characteristics of the project, we didn't work with prototypes, and we developed the test with the final product before it was launched. It was many hours of work. I knew that I like to develop software as a service product from that moment. As a UX UI designer, I discovered agile methodologies, new concepts, processes, tools, etc. Temenos, like Salinas Group, are financial companies focused on innovation, technology, security, and positioning. Those are all professional traits that I am familiar with, and I love the challenge they bring. That is why I want to collaborate with this critical company to learn and do my bit to its growth. So this is my answer for the first question. As I told you, this is my real professional experience. So let's go to the next question. The next question that the recruiter could ask you is, why do you want to work in this company? My answer for this question is the following. As I mentioned it before, Temenos is a company that, from my point of view, bases its work philosophy in four critical factors: technology, innovation, security, and positioning. Just like the companies where I have worked. All these factors mean a daily challenge for me, since as a UX designer, I need to think outside of my comfort zone and try to come with fresh ideas. I need to be informed about technological advances, think about how to use this new technology to protect the information, improve data information, databases, data processing, and I also have to work with all the members of the team to position the company to seek to be leaders in the country and the world. I want to work with in Temenos because its goals are very similar to the objectives I have been looking for and achieved during my professional career as a UX UI designer. Finally, The last question, and the question that I like more, is the following. Tell me about a time when you had to manage a conflict with your colleagues. I like this question because the recruiter tries to see how do you face the challenges, the pressure, how do you work under pressure, how is your personality when you are working under stress, how can you relate it with your coworkers when all the team has a lot of pressure. So I don't know why, but I really like this question. So in my case, I'm going to answer this question with the following sentences. So let's go. I wouldn't call it conflict. It's very common that when the project timeline is going to finish, all the team members are very stressed, and sometimes different point of view arise at this point. To handle this kind of situations, I usually try to understand the team members' stress and empathize with the situation. I am aware that any action, word, or attitude that might be blunt or rude is not personal against me or my work. Sometimes it's how some people react in some stressful situations. Another common situation in the UX design world is when the UX designer has excellent progress in the project, and one day the product owner tells them that he needs many changes, or worse still, he needs another new proposal, or maybe he needs the previous month's changes. I know people who get stressed or angry with this type of situations. In my case, I try to be objective, and I think it's not too bad. I always save all the versions of my projects, which allows me to reuse files or elements of them. Also, in my experience, I think that UX, UI designers and developers need to stay prepared for these kind of situations when we probably need to rebuild all the project. To finalize, I would like to tell you, it's our job, and we must understand that this situation occurs in many projects. Okay, guys, these are three common questions that the recruiters could ask you when you are in a professional interview. I showed you some examples from my real professional experience. I hope they can help you to try to understand and know how to answer this kind of situation. Please don't be nervous, don't be stressed. Try to be honest and try to be yourself. Thank you. Thank you, Springboard. I hope this video can help you and helps other people. Thank you. Bye.